Alright, time for another video. Because I used to post this stuff on Instagram, but I deleted it. And that's kind of what this video is about. So, I don't know. For the longest time, deleting Instagram kind of felt like an impossibility. Like, I was so scared of losing my entire social life, of losing touch with what people were talking about. And, it just honestly hasn't been as bad as I thought it would be. Part of the difficulty is that everybody is going to keep using Instagram and you're not. And there will be things that people talk about that you don't know. One of my, the hardest things for me is I really, really love my local music scene. And keeping in touch with that has been harder, for sure. But that kind of leads easily into my next point, or I guess my first point, which is that you start fucking texting people again. Like, I feel like I would always sit with like 20 unanswered DMs on Instagram, and like, it's not necessarily because I don't want to talk to people, but I feel like I was texting people. Having a conversation takes work, and it doesn't take work, doom scrolling. And I feel like wasn't even aware of exactly how much, I would open Instagram to respond to somebody, and then I wouldn't actually end up responding to them for like 10 minutes at least, if I ever actually got around to it, because I didn't forget. Because there's so much other bullshit to look at. And, I just feel like when I think about people now, I text them, I call them, I send them a picture, I send them, one of my Pinterest memes, because Pinterest is the only social media I really use anymore. And I end up actually talking to people instead of just liking each other's story, which is like, I don't know, don't get me wrong, like it can be, I know friendships that have been formed based off of being like mutual story likers, but it doesn't feel the same. And I guess that kind of, again, into the next point, I started sending people pictures of my life. I take less pictures of myself now, which I have mixed feelings about because I can pull a fit off. But I feel like it's good because I've started taking pictures of my friends and with my friends. More of them, anyway. I still took pictures with them, but more of them. And I've started taking pictures of the things that I care to look at genuinely day to day. And it's a little bit nerve-wracking, especially when you send somebody a photo of yourself. Like, I did my first drag performance recently. And I sent somebody that I was interested in, and it didn't work out, but that's okay. A picture of myself looking cunt as fuck. And that was nerve-wracking, but I don't know, it's, even sending pictures to like my close friends can be nerve-wracking in a way, because it's just like, here's my face, here's me doing something. But what's really different than about that versus posting something on Instagram, other than the fact that social media, Instagram, is like, oh, anyone can see this. It's not personalized. But sending someone something, again, it's about, the personal aspect of sending someone a part of your life. It's more vulnerable and maybe weird. I really still haven't figured out if it's weird to send people pictures of my life, because for the longest, I have been an Instagram user since I was like fucking 12. But it feels better in a way, even if it is scary. And I guess I miss making jokes to a broad audience, to be honest, because I really like to feel funny. I like to feel funny. I like to feel pretty. And Instagram was something that let me feel both of those things very easily. Because, I post something funny, I post a picture of me looking good, and, I go back fucking 5 minutes later, not even, to see who's liked it. And I'm doing that all day. And it's these little dopamine hits that, like everybody, this is pretty basic in terms of, social media addiction, but like you're going back to it constantly for that one more hit, one more hit, one more hit. And I guess the hardest part of all of it has been, you gotta ask people for their number. which I'm very friendly and I really like to be nice to people. And I think I fear that people think that I am kind of automatically hitting on them when I ask for their number. And quite frankly, there are some people that they're like, "Oh, do you have Instagram?" And I don't really want to be like, "No, but you can have my number." Not everybody's your people, and that's okay. This is a model of Prairie Blazing Star in the seed phase, by the way. It's missing the actual seed puffs, but like these are like the little pieces where the seeds come out. But you kind of just got to do it anyway. And, you'll learn, people, there's either going to be chemistry between you and somebody else or there's not. And I'm not even just talking about romantic. I'm talking about friendship, I'm talking about acquaintances, I'm talking about coworkers. Like there's either going to be chemistry or there's not. And when you ask somebody for their number or, like you give them their number, it's a little more transparent than Instagram to know like, oh, I'm going to be friends with this person or we're probably going to exchange numbers and then never talk. And that's difficult to come to terms with, but it's worth it to actually talk to people. Because think about a friend that you have that you follow on Instagram. When was the last time that you texted them? And when was the last time that you sat knowing that you had a text waiting for you, and instead of answering that text, you went on Instagram and started scrolling? And like, shit, I got some unanswered texts right now, and I'm here talking to myself, so there's no perfection in this, but it has gotten better since I've made this decision, and I hope I can stick to it. Because for the first month, I don't know, when I look at an Instagram interface now, I get anxious, I get scared, there's too much shit. But I do miss being funny on Instagram. I need to figure out a way to feed that impulse in my own life. Maybe it's time to become a bad stand-up comedian. Eh.